Hello everyone, welcome to the overview of the beginning Google Classroom. My name is Ava Chiao. I teach biology at Independence High School with Eastside Union High School District. In this overview, we'll be going over creating a classroom, the menus, which are Stream, Classwork, People, Grades, managing student posts and comments, settings, and notifications. To access Google Classroom, there are three main ways that I know. One is if you are in your email, go to the upper right hand corner, click on Google Apps, scroll down to Google Classroom, click there. Or you can be logged on to your eCarms account. The apps are ordered in alphabetical, so you go ahead and find Google Classroom, click there. Or the third way is directly going to googleclassroom.google.com. When you go there, you should see your classes. If you've never done Google Classroom, it will ask you to register and you may need to self-identify yourself as a teacher. Once you finish your registration, they will go through a default walkthrough of some of the things to familiar yourself. When you do that, and you click on the upper right hand corner, a plus sign, you will have two options. One is to join a class as a student or to create a class as a teacher. When you go ahead and click on create a class, I'm going ahead and put my demo class. My section is going to be number 1. My subject is going to be biology. You guys can go ahead and put in your own subject and my room number. Go ahead and click on create. I'm going to cancel this because I already done a demo here. So it's going to take a couple minutes and wham, it will create a classroom for you and randomly select an image. Just so happens it selected this image here. If you're unhappy with that, really quick, how you can do it, there are two options: select a theme or upload your own photo. In selecting your theme, there's many stuff for you to choose from. Once you click on one that you like, you click on select theme. I really like the one I have, so I'm going to keep it. If you don't like any of the options, you can click upload photo. And then once you have a photo you want, click on select class theme. All right, so we're going to go over the features of Google Classroom going from left all the way to the right. On the bottom here are where you can give what's new, report issues, help center, and community. This would be more advanced feature, nothing you need to set it up. So we'll start in the upper left hand corner with the 3 bars. This will give you access to all your classes, or the calendar are specific to your Google Classroom. Now, as a teacher, here's a list of Google Classrooms that I have. As a student, here I'm part of the science department as a student. Archive classes is something in the advanced settings. And inside these settings, this setting is the global Google Classroom setting. So if I click on there, now this is important. The profile picture you already have. If you didn't know that you can change your picture for your Google account with Eastside, this is how you can do it, or your global account settings. Now, the important thing I brought you here is for your notifications. Email notifications usually is when you set up a new classroom, it's default off. If you click on it, it shows you what email notifications you can do. You also could have specific class notifications. I have them all turned on right now. If you don't want email notifications on it, go ahead and click off, or if you want it on for certain ones. So I'll leave that up to you to decide how you want to do it. So to go back, I'm going to go ahead and click on Chiao Demo, back again. So that is all the options in there. The second one is, you can see it's hyperlinked. This is going back to your home button of the class that you want to as you click through the others. So that's that. Let's go quickly overview of these streams. The details of the post, I will have that in the second video of the beginning Google Classroom. So here is going to be where your class code is. You can display the class code through here. And if you don't think that's big enough and you're trying to demonstrate and the kids can't see, you can hit this bottom button, which will, bam, make it a lot bigger. You can minimize it here or go ahead and close it right away if you don't need it. This little button here will show you more details of the class. And then in general, this is like the front page of your Google Classroom. Here can be a mixture depending on what is the most recent post of any announcements and assignments that you have. You can schedule assignments ahead of time as well. If there's any work that will show up here, it gives kids a general idea what's to come. And this is where you can respond to classroom-wide assignments. Under Classwork, we're going to click on the second menu here. This is where you can create assignments. In the second beginning introduction video, I will show how you can create assignments and questions, use topics to organize classwork or units, and how you can prioritize and move the assignments up. So the assignments are kind of locked in based on when you post them, how you move them. Here are where you can connect to your Google Calendar and the class drive folder. Those are going to be our advanced class topics. Under people is where you can add in possible co-teachers that you want to share this class with. This teacher would have all the controls except to delete the class. Okay. Now the other way in which students can be invited is if you were to type in each of their emails. That's a little arduous. So usually what I would do is give them the class code here. And I'll show the other area where you can find the class codes. The last tab are grades. Right now you don't see anything because in this demo class there are no students and no assignments with the grades. So I'll show you that in the second video. And the last setting here, and when you click on it, these settings are specifically to that particular classroom. So when you first signed up, there is no class description. I had to go in and type that in, but you can see the settings that we had before in the beginning. If you made a mistake, you can change any of them. This is another area where you can see the class code and display it and maximize it if you want to, minimize it, and then close it. If these displays you can copy it, you can reset it. Why would you reset it? Just in case you have a student who is dyslexic, especially mixing your P's and B's in your L's. So you can do that. You can also disable class code, which means the Google Classroom is open more to the public. Now, this is where you can control your streaming of whether the students can post and or comment. So here, it is usually default on students can post and comment. You can change it based on your comfortability and what you know of your students. So students can comment here, or only teachers can post or comment. So I'm going to keep it on students can comment. Usually on the stream page of the classwork, it just shows a condensed notification, like a quick summary what the assignment is. Now, if you want to extend it and give them everything all at once, you can say show attachments and details, or you can also hide notifications as well. So on default, it's on show condensed notification. I usually have the show deleted items off, so that way it doesn't confuse the students. If you deleted something, I usually have that turned off. Guardian summaries is seeing the summaries of the parents, and that would be an advanced course, so we won't go into that. Here is a newer function of grading, very similar, where you can see the overall grade of students. So what are the options? Grade calculation is that there's no overall grade. You can show their total points, or if you're doing weighted grading, you can do rated by category. Since right now we are not giving kids a grade, right now you say no overall grade, and then they have grade categories similar to School Loop, where you have grade categories these default points are changeable. It's just there so it's easier for you when you do make a discussion or a lab or an activity, they automatically populate the default points for you. All right, so any changes that you do, make sure you hit the top right hand button called Save. Go ahead and close that, and then this is the menu to go to any of your other Google products. And here is access to your Google account. And that's it for now for the overview. Thanks.